How's it going, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to a Chat Over Coffee, Reflective Thoughts. So for those who are new to this show, what I do is after every single interview, I take the time out and come down here to this amazing location. This is one of few amazing spots in this overall amazing location. And what I like to do is obviously bring a cup of coffee, because you all know by now that you can't catch Addy anywhere in a video without a cup of coffee in his hand. Like I always say, drink your coffee. So today, what I like to do is I like to take the time out, reflect on the videos that I've done recently, the interview I did recently with the one and only, the living legend, Mr. Kris Van Damme. Yeah, this guy right here. Hey Chris, thanks again. I really appreciate it. And obviously reflect on the thoughts of what I thought of the interview, how it came to fruition, what we spoke about. Obviously it was martial arts, his father, everything. It was all there, and it was, to tell you the truth, it's one of those episodes I am most deeply proud of. It really is, not just because he's Jean-Claude Van Damme's son. I mean, if you grew up in the 90s, you grew up in the 80s, Jean-Claude was the man. He was one of the few, he was definitely one of the few men growing up that you watched, you admired, you respected, and he brought something completely different to the screen. You know, obviously you had Stallone, you had Schwarzenegger, you had Chuck Norris, but then you brought you see this other guy coming from Belgium, great physique and a good martial artist all at the same time, and he pulled it off every single step of the way. So Chris, I'd like to start off this video by wishing prayer for you. That I pray that everything goes good for you in life, that what you're doing right now, that you become successful in it. The next videos, the next movies that you're doing, that they come to fruition, and that you keep becoming, you strive to be the best, and that goes for all your loved ones as well. Amen. I'd like to do that for you. So, reflecting on the interview that I had with him, and obviously with every single interview, send a message and say, hi, I've been a fan of yours for so many years, and I'd like to interview you for my show. And he goes, and he just replied me back the very next day and goes, hi Addy, sure, when would you like me to come on the show? I was like, what the heck is this? I mean, this is the son of one of my biggest inspirations, and now he's coming on my show. I just couldn't believe it. And what was really great about it, he's just one of the most down-to-earth individuals. He's very kind, he's very giving, he's very humble. He's not like he's not egotistical. I mean, he's been raised right by his parents, and if his parents are watching this as well, Jean-Claude, thank you so much for everything. First for your years of inspiration, and I'd like to say you did a great job raising Chris. He's such a nice lad, and I wish you all the best as well. And Miss Gladys, his mother, I'd like to say as well, thank you for everything. Chris is absolutely just a gem of an individual. You've got a good son, and just keep being the best you can be, and I wish you all the best as well for everything. And again, you did a great job raising him right. And what I wanted to say was, going to the interview when we were just talking, obviously asking how he likes the coffee, just black. Same here. Again, Chris, if you're in the UK, the coffee's on me, okay? And there's proof here on camera that I did say that. So diving into my thoughts about the interview, obviously it's been such surreal. It was a great journey, having to speak to him about what he was, obviously how he got into the movie business, how he first got on the set of Universal Soldier and he played the young version of his dad's character, Luke Devereaux. And what was really cool was the fact that was my first little teaser in this as well. And when I watched it, when I said to me, yeah, I do remember watching that movie, then they're shouting you going, Luke, Luke, and you're running off you're running away from the camera scene. And that was just absolutely fantastic when I spoke to him about it. And he goes, well, yeah, that was my first teaser, working with my father on that movie. And he was obviously he was inspired by his dad to take up martial arts, take up acting. He goes, I want to do this as well. And when he spoke to when his father did the movie Lionheart, well in England it's called AWOL, and he said that he saw the director's daughter who was playing one of the characters in that movie for a brief moment, and he goes, well, I got to get into this as well. My dad's doing this, it looks like such a fun job, I got to do this as well. And you know, I think personally he's done a fantastic job. I mean, he's one of the most nicest individuals I've known, I've spoken to, and I've had him on for having the. It was an honor to interview him. Honestly, it wasn't just a privilege to me. I felt very honored to be speaking to the son of one of the biggest inspirations every lad in the 80s and 90s grew up watching and admiring. And I never thought in a million years I'd ever have the opportunity of bringing him onto the podcast. And you know, I will eternally cherish this. I will eternally be grateful for this opportunity, because it's just unbelievable. It truly is. Even watching it all now, and yeah, Kris, you got a screaming fan back there as well, and it's really amazing that I never thought in a million years this would happen. I know that I may say that about practically every person I had the opportunity of interviewing recently, but it's true. You never think it. You never plan things, and I always say the best plans are those that are not planned ahead. They happen for a reason, and it was for a reason why I got the opportunity of speaking to Kris Van Damme, and he has my respect forever. He's in the prayers forever, and you know, I hope to re-collaborate with him in the future. And it'd be so much fun if one day we could work together on a film set. And I even said to I remember one thing I said in the interview. I said, I hope I pronounced your mum's name right, because I don't want your dad beating me up or anything. But to tell you the truth, if Jean-Claude ever kicked my ass, I wouldn't mind it. So, to be honest with you, I would literally, at least it's something I could tick off on a bucket list. Got my ass kicked by Van Damme. Check, done. And you know, God bless the whole family always. They're really kind, they're very sweet. And if they're all watching this video, thank you so much for everything. You have my respect forever. You're part of Biotic verse for forever as well. And all my team wishes you the best, and they couldn't believe it. I can remember when I sent the video to everybody, they were like, everybody was completely blown away. Like, how on earth did you get Jean-Claude Van Damme's son on your show? And I was like, oh, it's a professional secret, I can't relieve too much. But what was just so great was that he again, I mentioned, he's a down-to-earth person. He's very kind to speak with, and you know he just feels like he's one of the lads, and he is one of the lads. And I'll eternally be grateful for this opportunity forever, brother. And Kris, again, I can't thank you enough for everything. You made this fan's dream come true. And you know, you are a really good man, and I wish all the best, and I do hope we collaborate again in the future. God bless you, God bless your whole family, and you just keep striving to be the best you can be in life, brother. And again, if you're ever in England, remember, not just a coffee, home cooked meal is done as well. I'm not going to tell you what it is, you just got to fly over and try it out yourself. But you'll be in for a surprise, I can assure you of that. Thank you everybody for taking the time out, for listening to this video. If you made it to the end, appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up. You all know the drill. Click subscribe, turn on notifications. More podcasts coming your way, more food vlogs coming your way, lectures coming your way. And I really appreciate everyone's support, because without the fans, without subscribers, I don't believe this would be happening today. And Kris said the same thing to me in his interview, because without the fans we wouldn't be here. And you know, Kris, you have a fan here for life. Your family has a fan here for life, and you have my respect forever, brother. Much appreciated. And again, pray that everything goes good for you. Amen. See you lot in the next video. All the best. God bless. Stay biotic. And also, drink your coffee.